Greetings everyone. It's that time of year where a lot of us who love to decorate for the fall start going out and getting ideas on how to haunt our homes. I've seen a lot of vintage and retro inspired decor over the past few years, and I wanted to incorporate more of that into my decorating this year. So I decided to make a retro vintage inspired haunted house like you see right here. Now the first thing that you're going to need is a birdhouse. They come in all sizes and shapes. Whether you can get one at your local craft store or you order one online, there's definitely one that will suit your needs and your taste. As you can see, I have one here that I just started, as well as a finished product right here. So yes, you're going to need a wooden birdhouse first. And if you're younger, you're going to need some supervision on this because it does involve, some hot glue and some other materials that, you're going to need adult supervision for. Otherwise, this is a pretty family-friendly project and, a great way to get into the Halloween season with your family and friends. So yes, first up, wooden house, if I haven't established that already. You're going to need some glitter spray paint. This is by Krylon, and it's called Glitter Blast, and this is like the black. It's called Starry Night. So I picked this up. There's one of two ways you can do this in order to prepare the house. You could do like I did, which was a happy accident. I didn't prime the wood or anything. I didn't paint it. I just simply took it to a location that was well ventilated and secure, and then I just started applying the spray paint to the house. What I noticed is that it gave a bubbling and kind of bumpy effect, which is perfect for a haunted house. But if you want something that's a little bit more even and sleek, then you're definitely going to want to paint the house first and prime it and prepare it for the spray paint. So you probably won't be able to see it too much, but if you look close, there's some bumpy textures around the sides and especially in the back that, like I said, for being a haunted house, might be a desirable effect. Next up, you're going to need some regular craft paint. This is by Folk Art in the color Licorice. So obviously like a midnight black or whatever if you want to do a black house, or you could do gray, or like I have here, an orange. For this one, it's Licorice. Obviously, you're going to need some paint brushes, or craft brushes that you don't mind getting a little bit dirty or messed up. So yes, that's another supply that you're going to need. Next up, we have some glitter glue in orange and black, and I'll show you what I use these for on the house in a little bit. We have some yellow puffy paint that I use to embellish the window there in the middle, just to give it a pop of color, and I might also incorporate it in some other areas of this house, and if not this house, then on this one. We're going to need some multicolored glitter craft paint, or what is this called? Puffy paint is what some people call it. It's good for fabrics, but it's also good for a project like this. It just takes a little bit for it to dry properly. And I use this for the window embellishments to do the window panes, just to give it another pop of color. And obviously some glitter in black, which is what I used for the roof of the porch, if you can see that. That adds another dimension of sparkle and a nice effect to the house. And then sand. I didn't use sand on this, but I'm going to use it on the orange house because I think that is, a material that was used a lot on the vintage houses that we grew up with. Plus it's a little bit sparkly and has some dimension to it as well, which is desirable for a project like this. A hot glue gun. Like I said, make sure that you're safe. I applied some of these embellishments without any, gloves or any kind of tweezers to apply them. I just did it with my fingers, and I ended up getting a little bit burnt here and there. But I can take it. But for little hands, it's definitely something that you want to make sure is carefully watched and supervised. And then next up, obviously, yeah, just embellishments that you would like to add. Whether you want to add more spiders or bats. I bought some skulls in a pack at Michael's, and I used one for the perch where you would see a bird, and I thought it kind of gives it a spooky kind of feel to it, which is fun. I bought some scrapbooking pieces. As you can see, the little trick-or-treater pumpkin down here, as well as the witch that we have mounted to our chimney. The way I did this witch was I got a piece of floral wire, very cheap, and I cut it. I kind of measured. Some of this stuff you have to eyeball or measure if you want to be more accurate, or you could just kind of have fun and throw a bunch of things on it. It's really up to you. The sky is the limit on a project like this. So I hot glued the wire to the chimney to make sure it was secure, and then I also incorporated it into the witch up here. I made sure that was dry until I started doing that. But now it's secure. It's a perfect accent piece for the roof. She's ready to, you know, cast her spells. She's ready for the witching hour. So it's definitely a perfect piece to add to a haunted village or, you know, by the TV. Wherever you really want to put something like this is perfect. I got these embellishments at Michael's as well. A lot of this stuff was kind of in the same section, whether it was scrapbooking or, you know, the Halloween decor section. A lot of this was kind of, you know, in the same area. So very easy to find. Yeah, then I had these bats from a couple of years ago where someone made cupcakes, and these were picks that were in the cupcakes. All you have to do is get a pliers, chop off the pick part, and then you have a nice flat surface to work with in gluing on top of a house like this. Yeah, so I embellished basically everything, whether it was sand, glitter, or glitter glue. You know, I used the orange to embellish the roof, which gives it kind of a... There's some purple glitter in there, some orange as well as green. So that definitely pulls the green spiders, the purple embellishments, the purple bat, all together, kind of gives it a cohesive feel, even though it's still spooky and kind of has a lot of character, which is great. Lastly, I'm going to add some mini popsicle sticks to the sides and around the perimeter of the house just to give it a fence. I'm going to make it a little rickety and crooked just to give it that feel of being a lived-in, haunted, worn-out house. You know, you could also buy pumpkins, which now are in a hefty bag. You could get these in the Halloween decor area with the floral stuff. And they have sparkly pumpkins and gourds, which would be great to incorporate in a village or on a haunted house. And I added one down here for another pop of color. Some of these I kind of went in and re-embellished myself. It was nice and glittery itself already, but I wanted to just add another pop of a glitter to it. So I got some of this glitter glue and I, you know, took a paintbrush to it and I kind of spread it around a little bit more. I also did it to this little guy just to make him stand out a little bit more and, you know, definitely another accent for the house. And last but not least, you're going to need, if you want to light this house, some adult supervision, or if you're an adult and, you know, you're good with woodworking and carpentry, then you want to drill a hole the size of this light bulb and cord, as you can see here, which you could also pick up at Michael's. This was in the Christmas section, but it's perfect for a project like this as well. So you simply just want to have someone cut, you know, a hole, like kind of like bird size even, because it's a birdhouse. And then you want to insert the light bulb and cord into the back of it, like so. And then we have a house that we can haunt and light up and add to our village. And now it's all lit up and ready for the haunting season, which is great, as I'm dropping things over here. But, you know, I might get a different colored bulb for in here just to give it another dimension of, you know, eeriness. I might get a purple or a green one or a flicker bulb. But I think still it has a nice warm glow for the fall season. And it's a fairly easy project to do with your family and friends. My aunt and mom, as well as my dad, helped me on this. And it was just kind of like a really cool thing to kind of bond and, you know, kind of get some ideas from and just have a great fun time with it. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It has perfect vintage flair to it. And until next time, stay tuned to Jordan Fee's Art for more projects. Enjoy!